Thanks for staying with us and Bill O'Reilly in a What the Heck Just Happened segment tonight. As you may know, Prince Harry, a combat helicopter guy in Afghanistan, recently said this to the British Press Association.
There was a couple of us that got pushed forward to the front seat instead of the back seat. The joy for me because I'm one of those people that loves playing PlayStation and Xbox. So with my thumbs, I like to think that I'm probably quite useful.
All right, so Harry machine gunning real people down, equating it to the thumb game. And that comment obviously causing some controversy here now. Bernard McGuirk and Greg Gutfeld. So, did this capture your attention, Gutfeld, as much as the Harry being naked in Vegas thing did?
Absolutely, because I had no idea what he said. I thought he was reading a brunch menu. I couldn't tell. But I got to tell you,
he's got that accent. Speech quick.
But I got to tell you, normally I make fun of royalty. We fought a war to get away from talking about royalty. But I like this guy, and I commend him because he's fighting a war with us, with America. And I wish our royalty would do the same thing in the United States, but the Kardashians are too busy making sex tapes. This guy is, I like this guy. This is the kind of royalty that matters. He is actually paying back his country by killing the Taliban, and the Taliban are apparently upset about this.
No, but not as upset as NBC.
Yeah.
Because they, I guess on the Today Show, were discussing this, and he's going to get that Taliban mad.
He's going to provoke the Taliban.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
I think they may be provoked enough at this point.
Right.
And you say?
Look, I just say, look, this kid, he's a nice kid, and again, it's the same thing with royalty as the son of Irish immigrants. It's anachronistic, it's obnoxious, and it's dumb. But at least these kids, him and Wills, they don't make a pretense of being total parasites. They're giving back.
And he's a brave guy. I mean, to be up in the chopper shooting at the Taliban, you can get knocked out of the sky.
Absolutely.
All right,
that's to his credit. But this kid here, he's not going to be teaching physics at Oxford anytime soon.
Well, he may be teaching dancing, though, at Oxford. Here, because Oxford could use to loosen up a little bit, and he might be able to be on it. All right, so both of you admire his pluck, P-L-U-C-K.
Nice word.
Wow. And thank you, because a lot of British subjects are watching us over there. So we admire his pluck, but he might be a little more articulate in defining real-life death to
better
Xbox.
than his dad.
If not for the genes, I think he'd be overturning cars with the rest of the hooligans. That's just
in Newcastle upon Tyne. Oh, I'm gonna get mail. I know I'm gonna get mail for that. Okay, women in combat. Now it's just an evolution. Now we have gays. Okay, no more don't ask, don't tell. It's now you can tell whatever you want, and we'll ask you nothing. So that has been taken care of under the Obama administration. Now we're evolving into women in combat. They can go on the front lines. McGuirk, and you say?
Listen, I don't know why the military has to be at the forefront of these social experiments. I just don't understand why. And women deserve all the opportunities that they can get. My daughter's been nominated to a military academy, so I'm all for it. And a lot of them made about the physical strength. But I think more to the point and less politically correct to talk about is human sexuality. Can you imagine if we got into a protracted war, they brought back the draft, and these units are out in the field, and you have Captain Bill Clinton in charge of PFC Kate Upton or Corporal Kimberly Guilford.
I'm not even going to imagine that.
Is he going to be looking out for his unit, or is he going to be looking out for his unit? I mean, I just...
These are all hypotheticals, ladies and gentlemen. And Gutfeld, you, women in combat?
You can't sacrifice lives at the altar of equality. What wins war is not feelings. War wins war.
All right, so you're against women in combat?
No, actually, I think that there are women who are every bit as tough as men. But I go by the short guy in the NBA theory. There's not a lot of short guys in the NBA, but there's a Spud Webb. He's out there, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be playing in the NBA.
All right, so what I'm hearing is...
of women can't do this. The supply and the demand are not there, but the feeling for it is.
Okay, so let me try to paraphrase what you just said. It's a little confusing.
I'm a confusing person.
You are. You've watched Xena, the warrior princess.
Many times.
You concede that she could fight on the front lines, but you don't feel there are too many Lucy Lawlessness in play. Do I have it right?
Exactly. You actually actively have to go look for them, usually in the back of the Village Voice, and it costs a lot.
Okay. All right. I have no idea what that meant, but we're going to hold the boys over to talk about a black organization, ladies and gentlemen, scolding young African-American men for the way some of them wear their pants. A trouser alert. Next. Now, with what the heck just happened, the Black Mental Health Alliance of Massachusetts recently released this public service ad.
So you think you look pretty good wearing your pants like that, don't you? Underwear exposed, hip-hop style. Well, there's something you may not know. You can be fined up to $300, be placed in a state prison for up to 3 years, or be placed in a county jail for up to 2 years. You still think it's cool? It's the law. Pull up your pants. Respect yourself.
All right, once again, Greg Gutfeld and Bernard McGuirk. So there is a law in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
Yeah.
That you can't have your pants down.
Well, sort of. I mean, the law is about lewdness, and I don't think that's actually lewd as much as it is stupid, and just it just looks ridiculous. And you can't legislate, poor taste like that. Like, for example, we live on Long Island, you and I, Bill. I've seen you on the weekends in, the wife beater, the cargo shorts, and the knee-high black socks.
That wasn't me.
It's not, it's not illegal. It is offensive, but it's not illegal.
But look, Gutfeld, you got to give props to this black organization, which is, and the key thing in that ad was respect yourself. I mean, don't be looking like that. It's not going to get you anywhere in life. And they're actually trying to get the attention of, I think, black children to say, look, let's have a little class when we're walking down the street. Or am I misreading the ad?
Yes, you are. This is pantist.
It's what?
Pantist. I have a right to walk around without pants. I'm sorry. This is such a regressive
idea. In San Francisco, you actually do.
That's why I'm moving there. No, but I agree with this group. They're a great group. We're living in a period of fashion it's the worst thing since harem pants. And I think what it speaks to is how adults have lost the will to tell kids to act like adults. Parents are terrified to tell them to change their clothes for fear of getting beaten up, or maybe because they're broken families, or just fear in general. This is a symbol of a decaying society, and the moment we attack this problem, the better it's going to be for everybody.
Now, the interesting thing is that if a white organization had done that, it would have been cries of racism all over the place, and everybody knows that. But since a black organization did it, it gets some traction, and we're glad. We're glad.
Women should take charge.
All right. Now, the boys and I in the break were discussing this Manti tale, and we all agree that we heard the interview on Katie Couric, and even reading the transcript, none of us have any clue what this guy is talking about. Roll the tape.
Can you see why people would view this as, at worst, as a complete lie, and at best, as incredibly misleading?
I can see that, and for that, for people feeling that they're misled, that I'm sorry for. But I wasn't as forthcoming about it, but I didn't lie. I never was asked, did you see her in person? And so through the embarrassment and, the fear of what people may think, that I was committed to this person who I didn't have the chance to meet, and she all of a sudden died.
So this is beyond bizarre. You're committed to a person you've never spoken with on the telephone, and you never seen, and she dies, and you don't go to the funeral, and you say? This is just
he's a naive young religious kid who got pranked, who would believe anything. I think he was fooled, and now he's embarrassed, and he tried to cover up.
Okay. But the key is, McGuirk, is he doing this disingenuously? He was in on it for his own financial gain, because he becomes famous. The fame in America is money. It's currency. All right? He's going to be a high-round draft choice for the NFL, endorsements, whatever. Now everybody knows him. So he might not be as stupid as he looks.
Well, that is your opinion.
I don't know.
Right.
I'm asking a question.
I don't think he's smart enough to be that calculated to think ahead. I think he's got the brains of a catfish. Speaking of being catfish, he makes Sean Penn sound like Charles Krauthammer, this kid. And it's scary that he's actually graduating from the University of Notre Dame. He looked at this girl on a blank screen for 3 years, and every time she told him that the webcam was broken for 3 years, and he bought this. I mean, he's not exactly breaking the stereotype of a dumb
I wonder
jock.
if he majored in communications. That would be.
She did ask him, "Are you gay?" She should have asked him, "Are you gay or just stupid?" That would have been the question.
Last word, Gutfeld, or
we all had a friend who was gullible, and he's the gullible friend. But at least he made a sports story interesting. Finally, this is an interesting story. I thought Notre Dame is where you found hunchbacks.
All right, Greg Gutfeld, everybody. There he is.